Good day, all. This is Hippy Sue to the rescue. I am reading the continuation of Chapter 4, Part 2. And you are on your way to the recreational room with Jordan. So, just a couple of reminders. I do have my girl Belle. She's a boisterous little dog and likes to be part of the conversation. So, I have her outside right now. Let's hope she stays there for a while. And my book is copywritten, so all rights reserved. Once again, this is continuation part 2 of chapter 4. You and Jordan quickly make your way over to the recreational room, entering in through the south door, finding everything looking the same to you. Wow, Jordan, I don't see any kind of secret door in here. I bet the secret door is in the hospital. Let's take the shortcut to the mess hall. Jordan takes a double check. By looking at all the different doors, answering back, I don't see any secret door either, so yeah, let's go. You race over to the door, pushing your way through, finding pure darkness. You reach into your backpack for your flashlight, turning the flashlight on to help find your way through the long hallway. You can see a door swinging open at the end of the hallway. The sounds of people working in the kitchen rings clearly through the air. Jordan pushes her way by you with excitement in her voice. Hurry up! We are running out of time. That key is going to disappear right here in front of us already. Come on. You push Jordan aside and run the rest of the way through the hallway, entering into the kitchen, smiling at all the cooks on your way by. You and Jordan find your way through the mess hall and meeting room out to the foyer. You look back at Jordan. There wasn't a single door in here either. Where could that secret door be? Jordan doesn't answer back. Instead, she just stands there with confusion in her eyes. Are you all right, Jordan? You don't look very well. Maybe we should step outside for some air. You open the front doors and walk outside and down the stairs leading to the driveway. Jordan follows without a bite. Jordan, are you all right? Yes, I'm good, but we need to go back in there. I think I seen the key start to go. What? Seriously? Come on, let's go back in and see. Come on, check it out, like right now. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm ready. Let's go back in there. Jordan just smiles as she follows you up the stairs. Your hand quivers very slightly as you take the golden key out of your back pocket, holding it tightly, and with a pull on the huge wooden front door, you head in. Exhilaration rumbles through your bones as your foot touches the first step leading into the massive hospital. Oh my God. I have a really good feeling about this, Jordan. You both enter into the foyer. The golden key begins to glow in your hand immediately. You quickly tell Jordan, better close your eyes. This key is going to get really bright again. Oh, wow. Even with my eyes closed, it's super bright in here. But I'm going to try and open my eyes. You agree with Jordan? Yeah, okay. Well, there it is, the door, Jordan. Oh my God, Jordan, we found the door. Oh, we did it, we found the door. I wonder what's behind it. Hurry, you better use that key before something else happens to us. Okay, Jordan, relax. Looking up at the third floor of the foyer on the right side of the dual winding staircase, there stands a small hobbit door, encased in golden raised symbols of angels, eagles, and flowers. You make your way up to the third level of the hospital and the old restricted area. You hold the golden key against your lips and with a kiss, you reach out and insert it into the doorknob, watching as it begins to disappear. You can hear Jordan yelling from behind you. Hurry up, turn the key, it's disappearing. I don't want to have to look for another one. Come on, quick. You quickly turn the key and the door slowly creaks open. The sound of the harp can be heard coming from behind the door. The laughter and singing begins to fill the air. You crawl through the door to be met by what reminds you of an animated, beautiful butterflies, brightly colored with blues, greens, reds, and yellows, floating around you, trying to get your attention. Birds are singing a melody in the background when you notice a wooden bridge covered with dark green ivy and grapes hanging off its edges, an arced rainbow perfectly set above it. You turn back to Jordan. Hey, Jordan, look at that bridge. I can see all my family animals, all the ones my family ever owned. They've all passed away, though. They're on the other side of it, all playing together, enjoying all the land they want, running free. Can you see them? You follow behind, half excited and half sad. It will be awesome to see them and touch them, but then I'll have to let them go again. Jordan is so excited. Come on, sure, let's go and see them. We sure can. Come on, let's go say hi. She begins to make her way to the wooden bridge. Reassured that all your animals were very happy, you let your thoughts leave your mind, accepting the fact that you are extremely lucky to have the opportunity to be with your animals one more time. So you might as well absorb it. You continue walking over the bridge, but your old childhood dog Trixie is the first to notice you, running as fast as she can across the fields to meet with you, her black and white fur flying through the air. She is younger again and full of energy. You think back to how your mom would tell you stories of how Trixie would pick you up by the diaper and bring you back into the yard. How Trixie was always there for you to not only watch over you, but play with you too. You remembered how much fun it was to walk to the park with Trixie, running and playing catch with her and your sisters. She was the one who got you prepared for a long life of loving and caring for animals. You think back to the day your mama had to put Trixie down, how you and your sisters all sat with Trixie for those last few pictures, how hard it was to not have her with you anymore, petting her over and over, getting as many hugs and kisses as you can. Next to arrive is Loham, your first kitten as a child. She was found in the garage, very small and scared. A beautiful gray striped tabby, Himalayan mix. You remember how your mom made you wait while you tried to find her owner before being allowed to keep her. How excited you were when the answer was yes, you could keep her. Next she had kittens, only two, and your mom let the family keep them both. That was really exciting because you got to own one of the kittens, Boots. He was your pride and joy, becoming the biggest cat you ever owned, weighing in at 20 pounds. Misty was your next cat, and there she is, right next to Boots, like she always was. She was a stray you had taken in when she was just a kitty. You always seen her as Boots's girlfriend and love of his life. Both of them went away to die, leaving you vowing to always be there for any of your further animals. Then you see her, the first dog you ever called your own, Sheba. What an amazing dog and such a beauty, with her golden fur and dark brown eyes reminding you of a queen. Even though she loved having puppies and left you so she could raise a batch of red-tailed fox puppies when their mom had died, she was still your first protector and most precious companion, helping and supporting you through many trials and tribulations. It is amazing to feel her soft coat again, to see her tail wagging, and how excited she is to see you, absorbing all her hugs and kisses. Next, both Shelby and Spookers beg for your attention. Your girls from those hardest times during your struggles with health and welfare. Shelby has her bright white fur with the black and brown face and those big black spots down her side and the pink spot on her nose. Spookers still has her very shiny pale black coat of fur and her pink nose, purring and rubbing against both you and Shelby. You thank them for keeping you alive for all those years they had and for sending you the next two dogs to carry on where they left off. Tears forming as you hug Shelby and Spooker, seeing Cherry, the last cat you owned, making her way closer to you, hoping for her turn to get a pet in. You pick her up and hold her close, giving her some lovin', petting her ears, noticing she can now hear when you speak to her. Then you see her, Piper, your last dog, the one who was just passed away only a few weeks ago, waiting for all your other pets to reunite with you before she runs towards you. You kneel down with your arms stretched out. Piper jumps right into your arms, licking and pinning you to the ground, just thrilled to see you again. She's looking really healthy. Her black and white fur coat shiny again, not suffering in pain anymore. You laugh and hug her, telling her how happy you are to see her, thanking her for knowing when her time had come for you to be able to now own your next protector and companion, baby girl, Belle. Jordan is busy playing and petting your animals when all of a sudden she spits out, "Do you think we are in heaven?" You take a moment to look around. I sure hope not. I'm not sure where we are though, but look at how beautiful it is here. First thing to catch your attention is all the families enjoying the warm sun rays and breeze while sitting atop blankets laid out on plush green grass for a picnic, laughing and playing in a huge playground. Men and women alike are pushing their children on swings, laughing and chatting with each other. The air is fresh and crisp like an early spring morning. A hand water pump sits in the center of the playground. Kids and adults are using it to fill their cups and jugs with fresh water, drinking it, and some are even having a water fight, tossing it on each other, laughing and running around in circles. You also notice how some of the adults and children are wearing clothes from the early 1900s. Girls in plain knee-length dresses with lace around the collar and wrists for the sleeves, wearing wool socks and laced up black shoes. Boys are wearing sailor suits, a shirt with a sailor collar, and a pair of knickerbockers, also with laced up shoes and woolen socks. Women are wearing plain long dresses hiding their legs with lace round necklines and sleeves, wearing a bonnet atop their heads or wide brimmed hats with ribbons wrapped and tied around them, accented with lace, wool socks, and black laced up shoes as well. The men are wearing their pinstripe suits, Homburg or fedora hats, and wing-tip black shoes, all looking sharply dressed in their plain colored clothes and extremely happy to be enjoying their day. Other adults and children can be seen not dressed in such an older style of clothing. Instead, they are dressed in present time clothes. Shorts, t-shirts, and bare feet or sandals, yet all seem to be playing with or around each other. What is going on in this place? You notice an old single-room school in immaculate condition, made from log or wood similar to a cabin. Many smiling kids are racing for the doors. A younger woman wearing an early 1900 dress with an apron hanging over her neck and tied around her waist, standing in the doorway. She waves at those in the playground. Some notice her, waving back. A windmill turns in the background. Its mill turns the water coming from the waterfall rushing down massive sandstone rocks. A huge garden sits close by with a beautiful church with a steeple right next to it. Is this the village? Oh my god, Jordan, look over there. Isn't that the village? Jordan stops petting your animals to take a look. Wow. Yeah, maybe it looks pretty nice though, and I don't see those two ghosts anymore. Instead, it looks like a lot more ghosts. Happy ghosts, mind you, but still, a lot more ghosts, that's for sure. Oh, I don't know, Jordan. I don't think they're all ghosts. Most of them probably are, but I don't know. Look at how some of them are wearing modern day clothes compared to the other ones. As for the entire village, yes, I would agree. It does look a lot nicer. Like it's been renovated or something. Hmm. Jordan asked, should we go and check it out? It looks really nice over there. Almost looks like it's a movie. You agree with Jordan, motion for your pets to follow as you begin walking towards the village. Jordan turns around to face you and continues to walk backwards. This has been the best camping trip ever. I am so glad we came. I don't feel scared anymore, even though this is pretty strange. It sure is awesome. Yeah, I must agree, Jordan. I do love it here too. I wish it was like this all the time. Wouldn't that be great? Some of your animals run ahead, racing around and playing with each other. You watch as your dogs and cats get closer to kids playing in a sandbox. They all stop to be petted on their way by, and each child is so excited to see them, laughing, reaching out and petting all your girls. And all your girls are returning the favor with lots of licking. Yet, when your dogs run by another child sitting with his parents on a blanket, none seem to even notice each other. Your dogs just keep running on to the next child. Then you see something interesting. Each child your dog runs to are dressed in the old 1900s clothing, and those who are dressed in the modern clothes, your dogs just run right on by. What is going on? Maybe you are in heaven after all. When reaching the village, wow, this place looks like it's been completely restored to original state. Everything looks like that. You point to the two horses standing in front of the fire hall, and you begin making your way there. Jordan runs ahead. Do you think these are real Klondike horses? I sure hope so. You run after Jordan. They sure look real to me. Arriving first, Jordan reaches out to pet the first horse she meets with surprise in her voice. Whoa, this isn't the real horse. It's a wax museum kind of horse. What? Whoa is right. Look, there's a fireman over here and stuff hanging on the wall. Jordan walks past the fireman figurine and into the fire hall. You look closer at the details of the horses. The eyes are looking right back at you. You move, they move too. The horse's eyes follow you. The horse's hair is amazing. Every strand of hair is a strand of wax. Each muscle is formed with such preciseness it makes you reach out just to touch it and feel how real it might be. With your eyes closed, you imagine a real horse as you follow the muscle that was carved. Even the harness of the horse is wearing is being carved from wax. Truly amazing. A smaller old stream, or story, sorry, a smaller old steam-powered pump fire truck sits next to a brightly painted red fire hall with a white siren attached to the outside front wall. The fire truck has a nice clean black frame with four old tires reminding you of the oversized pedal bike tires, having black rubber and white trim. The old truck is employing a two-section wooden ladder, elevated by a spring-loaded worm gear, assisted by hand crank. Hand wheels extending the ladder and rotating the ladder on a turntable with the hose reels attached to its side, and a steam-powered pump stabilized in its center. Making your way past the wax figurine of fireman, you admire all the detail put into the smile masking wrinkles on his face. With hands in his pockets, looking thrilled to be doing his job in the small village. Once inside, you can tell how for sure things have changed. There are rubber-lined duck coats hanging all in a line on the sidewall, with a set of rubber boots beneath each coat, all ready to be used. A handmade wooden desk sits against the far wall with black candlestick telephone sitting on its top. A pad of paper strategically placed beside the telephone. A handmade wooden stool is pushed close to the desk. A red cushion sits on it. Wow, Jordan. I think they're turning this place into a wax museum. Yeah, I'm not sure who you mean by they, but to be honest, I think we did this. What? What do you mean, Jordan? I was talking about the people who own this place and then let us camp here for the week because, well, wait, maybe you're right. Maybe we did do this. When we came through the Hobbit door is when all this changed. That's what you're thinking, right? Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure who you mean by they, but yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It all makes sense. We entered the secret door, and it will take us to places never encountered before. Isn't that what it said? That hint of what would happen after we got the key and found the door? Right. Yes, you're right. It did say that. Let's check out the awesome looking 8-sided church next. This is awesome. I wonder how real this really is. There, only a few steps from the fire hall, stands an old, slick white, octagon-shaped church with deep, dark blue accented windows and door frames. Each of its 8 sides contain one rectangular-shaped window with multicolored stained glass window panes in each. On east-facing side of church is 2 windows, half the size of the other windows embedded within the front door, also containing multi-colored stained glass window panes in each. A steeple sits upon top of the tall tower, incorporating a belfry, giving forth the sounds of bells ringing, a lantern, and a spire, giving it a pyramid look, all dressed in the same slick white paint. There is a small open front porch where a brass bell hangs freely from ladders on the left side. A chair and small table occupy the right side. You walk in right away. First thing you notice is how, from the ceiling, the sun shines right through the lantern to the steeple onto the crossing of the church. It is not a very large church. Maybe 20 people can fit in it at one time, but it is outright gorgeous. You notice now how each stained glass window carries a picture, a lamb in one, a flaming sacred heart, and a cherub dressed in white with short golden colored hair. Others having a white dove, a set of crossed keys, a fish, Virgin Mary, and Jesus. A Bible stand with opened Bible sits on the minister altar with half-drawn deep red velvet curtain hanging behind it. The sun shines through yet another 2 small windows embedded in the back door of the church. To either side of the main aisle are 6 rows of handmade wooden pews. Each has a place for a songbook and Bible to be held on the back side of the pews. A deep red carpet rides down center aisle straight to the crossing of the church. Beautiful colors dancing across the floor from all the stained glass windows. You walk slowly to the crossing, looking up to watch the bells and the sun dance together as they continue to ring. Jordan is already behind the curtain, looking out the back door. She looks back into the church, motioning with her hand for you to come with her. You stop, turn, look back just for a moment to absorb the church's new beauty. You follow Jordan through the back door, finding a huge vegetable garden with fresh flowers and herbs, fruit trees and bushes everywhere. And behind the garden is the most breathtaking waterfall, portraying a mountain of massive sandstone rocks with crystal clear water rushing down them and through a cattail of long grass surrounding moat, connecting to an old yet still working windmill. A garden arched trellis covered in vines of dark red roses sits in the church's backyard. To the right is a pedestal for a golden lantern to sit on, with a pack of wooden matches and a waterproof case next to it. To the left is a trellis of a short white sign stating May you all rest in peace in honor of those who lost their battle with tuberculosis. Once walking through the trellis, you see rows and rows of handmade wooden crosses on headstones, for headstones. Ages ranging from baby to elderly, showing how this deadly disease had no qualms on who it took or when. The grave sites are well taken care of, with wildflowers growing everywhere, giving a needed sense of peace and tranquility. An older gentleman dressed in light brown overalls with a long-sleeved white and brown striped shirt and a pair of rubber boots, with a rake in one hand and a watering can in the other, makes his way towards the section of headstones, setting the water can down on the ground, and begins to rake between the headstones, stopping to pull the odd weed. He notices you, smiles. "Hello, ma'am. Isn't it beautiful today, with the birds singing, flowers blooming, and the sun shining? How could it be more beautiful day?" With a smile, you answer back, "Yes, it's the most beautiful day of all." You reach down and pull the weed while you ask, "You do an awesome job keeping the grave well maintained. Have you worked here long?" He sets his rake down and answers, "I have lived and worked here for most of my life, most of my working years. Now I get to spend the rest of my time enjoying what I love to do in the most beautiful place in the world." "Let me be the one to thank you, sir, for taking such a good care of those who have passed on. I was once involved in burying all these wonderful people, and it is my pleasure to continue caring for them." "Wow, amazing. You're truly an amazing person, and I thank you again." With a smile and a wink, he picks up his rake and continues on his way through the graveyard. You take the time to acknowledge headstone as you pass by, saying a prayer while you continue to walk through, returning back to the church where you ran into Jordan. "Wow, Jordan, I just met an old man working in the graveyard. I think he's a ghost." "Well, he says he's lived and worked here his entire working life and buried all these people in a cemetery, and now cares for them for the rest of time. Isn't that place just amazing? I can't believe we did this. The perfect way to respect all those who lived and died here. I bet we are seeing the spirits of those who have died, finally giving them a place to relax without a worry or fears." "Wow, I bet you're right. We should try talking to some of them and see if they can see us too. Good idea, wouldn't you agree?" "Ho ho ho. Yes, great idea. How about the next person we see, or spirit for that matter? We will try talking to one of them." Jordan agrees, and you both make your way back through the church. Jordan says, "Let's go to the old single-room schoolhouse next. We can see if any of those kids are spirits, or that teacher. See if any of them can see or hear us." "Okay, yeah, that sounds like a plan." You lead the way to the old bright white single schoolhouse with the yellow accented windows and door frames. It sits right on the ground with no porch, but it still has a couple of comfy looking chairs out front. The teacher stands about 10 feet in front of the door with her hand raised, waving to people sitting and playing in the playground. A handful of kids are running towards the teacher with their hands held slates under their arms and excitement in their faces. The closer you get, the easier it is to tell they are also wax figurines. They look so lifelike. Wouldn't you agree, Jordan? "Hi," as you walk by, just in case. Jordan runs up to the first child. She comes across waving her hand at him without a response. So she tries the next one, still no response. "Hey Jordan, are they real?" She answers, "No, they aren't real. I don't think they are spirits either." You walk by the kids, touch one just to see how her clothes feel. To your surprise, the clothes are real. Her clothes are from the early 1900s and are very real. You and Jordan continue on your way, stopping to look at the teacher. She has a huge smile on her face and long silk black hair. She is dressed in a long, plain, light blue dress covering her legs with wool socks and black lace shoes. She also wears a white apron that drapes over her shoulders and ties around her waist. When entering the school, you can see a potbelly stove in one corner and a kettle and a pot on top used for making tea and stew for lunch. A makeshift blackboard is attached to the back wall, painted in black paint. A single desk sits next to it with fresh flowers in a vase on top. A child is busy cleaning the blackboard and another has erasers in his hand, heading for the door. There are about 20 old wooden school desktops and chairs, which are attached together by a metal bar and four legs with metal feet. You hear Jordan. Hey, remember when our school desks used to look like those? When we got the ones that the desktop could lift up and put things in instead? Thanks, Jordan, trying to make me feel old or just poor. You continue, laughing as you try sitting in one of the desks. Oh, there goes my girl. Okay, sorry about that all. So I will continue here. Jordan's also laughing. Come on, where should we go next? I want to find someone to meet and find out if they can see us. I don't know. How about we go to the cabins next? I wonder what kind of reconstruction got done there. Maybe we will run into someone there. On your way to the cabin area, you begin to hear people talking. Can't make out what they're saying, but you can still hear them. Closer you get, the clearer they become. It's two women sitting on the bench in one of the yards connecting to the intersecting circle of 8 cabins, carrying on a very interesting conversation. The first older woman Isn't this just the perfect place to spend our time enjoying nature in the wilderness? I love what they have done to make this place a heritage retreat. They sure put a large amount of work into this former TB clinic. Second older woman responds, "Oh, yes, I must agree. I really enjoy how they honored those who have lived and died here, especially the graveyard. I even heard it is not haunted anymore. How amazing is that?" When the first woman notices you and Jordan walking closer, she asks, "Hello, ladies. Isn't it just a lovely day out? This sure is a wonderful heritage retreat. Are you staying here as well?" You and Jordan exchange a quick glance. Yes, ma'am. This is a wonderful place. We have been staying here for the past week, enjoying every moment of each day." Jordan has to get in with a comment. "I must agree, ladies. I love it here." "Nice meeting you both. Have a great rest of your day." Both women smile and answer back with a "Thank you, you too." Extremely excited, yet trying not to let it show, both you and Jordan continue on around the side of the cabin. Before you can even get a word out, Jordan is jumping up and down with excitement. "Whoa! Now that was real. They are real people." You jump up and down with Jordan, hand in hand. Woohoo! Wow! Yes, that is right. They are real. Okay, they were saying something about before we interrupted them. Did you hear it, Jordan? Well, I don't know. Yes, kinda. Something about being in a historic place now. You look around all the beautiful small wooden cabins. All 8 cabins sit in a circle, each having their own small front yard with dark green grass. A short white picket fence surrounding each yard with metal gates giving access to the center play area in each adjacent yard. Jordan comments, "Wow, look at all these amazing cabins. It looks like there is people staying in most of them." As you and Jordan are walking from yard to yard, you stop to talk to a couple of kids playing in the center of the cabins. Hi, do you two live here? The little girl shyly laughs, and the younger boy answers, No, nobody lives here anymore. We are staying here with our parents for the weekend. There's a really neat cabin over there that has wax people in it. He points to the cabin closest to the lodges. Smiling, you respond back, Well, thank you, sir, for all your help. We will be sure to look into the cabin with the wax people in it, the little girl says. You're very welcome. Have fun. Jordan takes the lead and you follow, making your way over to the cabin the young boy had pointed to. She opens the front door and slowly makes her way in. You take a moment to look through the window next to the front door. The cabin looks much larger inside than it does from the outside. Walking in, you see wax people the young boy was talking about. A woman dressed in a long green and black plaid dress reaching down to her ankles. She wears an apron with millions of little pink and white flowers imprinted on it, tying around her waist, and a pair of black wool socks and black laced-up shoes. She stands next to a black cast-iron pot-belly stove located in the center of the room, divided the kitchen area from the living room area. She is busy stirring a pot of stew sitting on the stove. A wooden handmade oak table with 4 oak chairs sits in the kitchen area, displaying settings for 3, with plates and cups, a design of fruit on each plate and cup, with basic silverware on either side of them. A white water basin and white water counter sits on top of the long shelf attached to the wall. The wall is sorry. The shelf is low enough to work as a small kitchen counter. Next to the basin and canter is a salt and pepper shaker, a few extra cups and saucers, as well as a vase with a bouquet of wild flowers. Under the shelf is a light-colored wood icebox. The top lifts up for a block of ice to be kept in, and a bottom cupboard opening outwards for keeping food in. A young boy dressed in a blue and white sailor suit with woolen socks and black laced-up shoes sits on one of the kitchen chairs, with a huge smile on his face and a fork in one hand and a knife in the other, waiting for his meal. In the living room area is a man wearing a black and gray pinstripe suit, a white shirt with black tie, and wing-tipped shoes. He sits on a small-sized sofa covered in a light yellow cotton blanket, smoking a pipe and reading a book. You walk across the light-colored hardwood floor through a door into a single bedroom, half the size of the cabin. It has 3 metal army cots all side by side on one wall, with a pillow and 2 red and black plaid wool blankets covering each. A small army footlocker sits at the end of each bed. Clothing hangs on a hook attached to the opposite wall. A man's dark blue suit, a woman's red long dress, and a couple of boys' sailor suits. You notice a handwritten sign in the wooden frame attached to the wall next to the bedroom door stating, Welcome to the village. Please help yourself to the garden, water pump, and kitchen located in any of the 3 lodges. Washrooms and showers are also located in any of the 3 lodges. While walking back out to the kitchen, you comment to Jordan, Now this cabin sure does make it feel like they are comfortable living here. Really nice of that doctor to find a way to make the sick feel wanted and loved. Jordan quietly answers, Yes. Very nice of him. Still very sad though. Yeah, on your way back to the front door, you comment, Did you notice how all the wax people are smiling and enjoying their day though? Hmm. Jordan follows you outside. Not until you mentioned it. Her voice changes to a higher pitch. Oh, can you see them? The younger girl and the woman? You know, the ones that were hovering? They're sitting on the blanket having a picnic over there with that man. You quickly look in the same direction as Jordan is. Oh my God, I think you're right. We should go and see if they can see us. And maybe hear us too. Jordan chuckles as she starts to walk towards the family having a picnic. You listen closely while Jordan talks to the family. She walks up. Excuse me. Hi, my name is Jordan. Do you happen to live here? The woman answers immediately. Hi, dear. Yes, we do live here. My name is Alice, and this is my daughter, Alice, and my husband, Jean. This is the most wonderful place to live. Jean comments right away. Yes, not only is it the most beautiful place to live in the world, but we get to live out the rest of our time here. Little Alice adds to the conversation. Best part is that we get to be together forever and ever. Jordan looks back at you. Come on, they're ghosts. They can see and hear us too. Jordan looks back at the family, still smiling with excitement in her voice. Thank you for speaking with me. You have a great day. Alice. Goodbye. Enjoy your journey. John. Nice meeting you. Have a great day. Yourselves. Thanks. Alice. Little Alice. Bye. See you later. You and Jordan continue on down the dirt footpath to the last staircase leading to the long, wide deck going the entire length of the lodge. You turn back to Jordan. We should check and see what the lodge looks like. Well, we're right here. What do you think? Oh, yeah, that sounds like a plan. Come on, let's go. Jordan races up the stairs ahead of you. There are 3 two-story lodges on the grounds, all painted a bright white with dark brown trim. Each has a deck full length of back walls with 2 sets of staircases giving access to dirt footpaths. Each deck has a set of French doors leading into the lodge. Using both hands, you pull the doors towards yourself to open them, entering into a quaint little library, left wall containing a shelving unit from wall to ceiling, full of many different types of books and magazines. A middle-aged man dressed in light brown overalls and a long-sleeved white and brown shirt sits on the floor with 2 young girls, both dressed in flowered dresses with white frills around their neckline, wrists, and hemline, black wool socks, and black laced-up shoes, as well as 2 young boys, both wearing sailor suits, black wool socks, and black lace shoes. You can see the eagerness in the children's eyes as they listen intensely to the story he is reading. The girl jumps up, grabbing a book from the shelf, begging for him to read it next. With a smile, he takes the book from her hands and begins to read it. Jordan sits on the floor next to the man and offers to read for the children. To her surprise, he responds to her request by handing her the book, stands up off the floor, and sits on one of the chairs. While Jordan reads to the children, you make your way through the lodge. A light brown wood floors give you a path to follow through the entire lodge. All walls are white with hand-painted pictures hanging randomly throughout. Heading left down the hallway, you push your way through a set of double doors leading to the washroom area. There are 6 porcelain sinks attached to the wall. Each has a mirror hanging above them. Across from the sink are 6 porcelain toilets, each enclosed in their own walls and door. Walking further down the hallway is found another large area with a dozen showers. Most are open with only a couple enclosed with their own walls and door. Against the wall are long wooden benches giving opportunity to sit while getting dressed. You make your way back down the hallway, checking out the rooms on your way by. There are a total of 8 rooms on the second level of the lodge. Each room is rather small, containing only a single hospital bed, a small wooden nightstand, and a small wooden dresser, with a wooden chair sitting next to the door opening out to the deck. As you start walking towards the winding staircase, you notice all the crown molding edging along the ceiling, completely gorgeous. You can hear Jordan in the background. Thanks for letting me read with you. It was so much fun. I'm so happy to hear all of you will be able to enjoy the rest of your time doing that of what you love to do. She makes her way to the same winding staircase. You turn to look at Jordan. Did you have fun reading to the kids, Jordan? Oh, yes, I did. I think they are spirits, though, but they all seem very happy to be here. As you start walking down the winding staircase, you comment back. I must agree. I noticed that everyone I spoke with so far who is a spirit seems very happy to be here. Mind you, I also notice the same thing when it comes to the living. It is as if this place has become a real special retreat for all to come and relax at, be it the living or those who have lived and died here so many years ago. The winding staircase ends in the middle of the large kitchen area. One wall is covered with hand-carved oak cupboards, all containing smoked glass, giving a view of beautiful plates, bowls, and cups with the blue farmyard scenery embedded in each. Two large wooden ice boxes with lifting tops for 2 blocks of ice to be placed inside, and 4 doors open from front to access fruit, vegetables, milk, cheese, and meat are kept cold. They sit next to the black cast iron potbelly stove with cast iron pots and pans hanging from the ceiling on long black metal hangers above it. On either side of the winding staircase sits a large oak dining table with 8 oak chairs surrounding it, and a light green water basin and white water canteen sits in the center. Across from the kitchen is a huge living room area with a chestnut brown colored piano and piano bench sitting against the right wall. A large green ivy sits on the white pillar in the corner with oversized pillows scattered on the floor in front of it, making for a nice cozy place to sit and sing or listen to music. The far wall has 6 windows, a few are open, letting in a lovely breeze of fresh air, as all the windows allow the sun rays in to fill the room. A dark brown and white 2-knob radio sits on the shelf attached to the left wall, and angelic music playing from it. An elderly couple shares one of the 2 couches. Their feet are busy tapping the floor to the music. You don't want to bother them, so you continue down the left hallway to find 8 more small rooms, all looking the same as those on the second level. Jordan has been looking down the hallways leading to the washroom and the showers, making her way towards you. I can't get over how wonderful this place is and how content it feels now. Yeah, I must agree, Jordan. This place is very awesome. Jordan heads for the front door. Where should we look next? I guess there's, only a couple places left to look at. The doctor's house and the old hospital. Which place do you and Jordan look at next, the doctor's house or the old hospital? If you decided to check out the doctor's house, continue reading on. If you decided to check out the hospital, turn to chapter number 18. You and Jordan start walking up the dark green grass heading to the bright white doctor's house. You observe how beautiful all the different types of bushes are in bloom. There's honeysuckle bushes, raspberry bushes, Saskatoon berry bushes, even some chokecherry bushes, all surrounding the entire house. To the right of the house is entrance to a front door. A few feet further out from the house is a hand-built, wood-carved bridge. A red rose ivy has wrapped itself around both sides, with 2 weeping willow trees on either side cloaking over the bridge, giving the bridge a very elegant look. To the left of the doctor's house is a back door entrance with a huge boulder halfway down the side wall, with a flight of stairs chiseled into it, leading down to the backyard. As you stand back admiring the outside of the house, you comment, Jordan, I'm going to take the bridge over and see where it takes me. She answers back, I'm going to take those stairs. They look really neat, like they've been carved into a huge rock. As you make your way to the bridge, you realize it goes over a man-made pond with water lilies floating everywhere. A frog hops from one lily to the next as a hummingbird hovers over a lily. Dozens of 6-foot high cattails surround the water edges, with their slender leaves standing straight up next to their brown corn dog shaped flowers. A line of yellow honeysuckle bush flowers peek through each cattail, making it mimic a water painting. Jordan walks closer to the huge rock, noticing how much work it must have taken to not carve but chisel each step into it. A dash of wildflowers and Grandpa Tiger lilies follow alongside the staircase close to the side of the house. Tall maple and oak trees sit off in the distance, giving shade partway down the stairs. She comes to the end of the stairs, meeting with the long driveway. To the left of the driveway is a set of 3 stairs chiseled out of yet another large rock, leaving top of rock as a makeshift landing. Jordan wakes her way over to see why someone would have made stairs in the middle of nowhere. Once walking up the stairs and standing on the landing, she finds the perfect clothesline attached between 2 trees. As you come to the end of the bridge, stepping stones give you a pathway through a beautiful little herb garden with a bench chiseled from a large rock sitting off to the right. A strawberry patch runs freely alongside all the honeysuckle bushes. You help yourself to a handful of strawberries on your way by. The thought of eating them makes your mouth water. Alongside the driveway is 3 crabapple trees graced with many apples fresh for the picking. You meet Jordan on the driveway behind the doctor's house. Isn't it peaceful here, Jordan? Turning back towards the house. Wow. Look at the back of the house. It's built into the side of a huge hill, that very one we just walked up. From backyard is seen how the entire basement wall is windows from floor to ceiling, with a door to the right of the windows, leading directly out to the driveway. The main floor also has a complete wall of windows from floor to ceiling, allowing the sun rays to enter both levels of the house. Jordan follows you to the basement door. You slowly open it, peeking inside, finding a large open area. There's 2 long couches sitting against the far wall. An oak end table sits between them, with a large green and white striped spider plant on the table. Shoots of baby spider plants hang freely over the edge. A black cast iron pot-belly stove sits against the left wall, with a bookcase full of books filled in the wall next to it. You begin walking towards a door leading to your right, finding a laundry room containing a wringer washer and a wash tub sitting next to it. Wow, Jordan, I remember how my Nana used to use and own one of these wringer washers. She hated it, especially after her arm got caught in the wooden wringer part at the top of the machine. Yeah, okay, well, my grandma was the opposite. She loved hers and would never replace it. You and Jordan make your way up the basement stairs leading directly into the kitchen. What a beautiful kitchen it is. Immediately to your left is a large wooden icebox. The top is flipped open, showing where blocks of ice would be placed. Bottom part of the icebox has 4 doors with windows showing areas for food to be stored, with a full window behind it. Next to the icebox is the most breathtaking hand-carved oak corner china cabinet filled with crystal trinkets and white china plates, cups, and bowls. A handmade oak table, round, sits in the middle of the kitchen with 5 oak chairs surrounding it. A crocheted dolly sits in the middle of the table with a vase filled with wildflowers. There is a stunning white double porcelain sink placed into a black garnet counter containing all lower oak cupboards against the right wall. There is a window above the sink and the back door is to the left of the counter. A second black garnet counter, also with lower cupboards, is attached to the far wall with a large cast iron potbelly stove on the far left of the counter. A kettle sits on top, all accented with light hardwood floors throughout the entire area. The light hardwood floors continue through an arched doorway leading past a half-circular staircase through another arched doorway into the living room area. The living room has a light brown upright cabinet-style piano and piano stool sitting immediately to your right, taking up the entire wall dividing kitchen from living room. A bookcase full of books and family pictures fills the walls between the piano and the front door. A fireplace takes up most of the wall to the left of the front door, leaving only enough room for a small corner table with a dark green rubber plant sitting on it. Two oversized armchairs sit in the front of the wall of windows with an oak end table between them. A wall of mirrors is across from the fireplace with a large couch in front. Two oak end tables and a matching coffee table is strategically placed around the couch. Jordan walks into the living room area. Wow, that sun coming through all these windows sure does help warm this house up. It's so nice in here. Did you notice the amazing staircase? You can tell someone put a lot of work into this place. Even the spindles on the stairs are hand carved. Whoa, holy Jordan. Yes, someone has definitely put a large amount of work into the place. Even all the furniture is handmade and hand carved. Yes, even the stairs outside are hand chiseled out of that huge rock. As you head towards the stairs, you suggest to Jordan, let's go upstairs and see what it looks like there. Okay, sounds like a good plan to me. She heads on her way up the stairs. Let's go. As you walk up the stairs, you take a moment to admire the hand-carved spindles, then stopping again to take in the scenery through the wall of windows behind the stairs. At the top of the stairs, door leading to the bathroom right across from the stairs. To the right of the bathroom is a smaller bedroom. A single bed with a hand-carved frame sits under a window. A small dresser sits next to it. Another smaller bedroom is beside it, containing the same type of furniture, with yet a third room at the end. This one has two single beds, also with hand-carved frames. There are two dressers and an armoire twice the size of the others. To the left of the bathroom is a master bedroom. This room is much larger, containing a four-post oak bed, a chest of drawers, and a vanity makeup table with mirror, dressers, and a bench for sitting on. Again, all the furniture in this bedroom is hand-carved. When you and Jordan meet in the hallway, you comment, can you imagine living here? This is so homey and comfortable in here. And the art, it's just completely amazing. I could spend hours out there just enjoying the land. Jordan responds, oh, this entire place is amazing. It's still very sad that so many people had to come here knowing they were going to die here, though. Yeah, I agree, Jordan. I guess we had better be on our way. So, what do we have left to take a look at now, Jordan? I don't know, I guess we have just the hospital left to look at. Should we head there now? Oh, yeah, hey, I think you're right. Let's go check out the hospital. Jordan agrees, and you both head through the kitchen to the back door, and the second you step on the back landing, everything changes. Jordan looks at you, confused, as you both watch all the life get sucked out of every plant around you. Oh my God, Jordan, what the hell happened? I don't know, but I don't think it's a good sign if everything is dying around us. You grab Jordan by the hand and run for the hill you both climbed up to reach the doctor's house, when all of a sudden you see a man waiting at the bottom of the hill. He says, "Good evening, ladies. My name is Ralph. I am sorry to advise you both, but your adventure is over. You have entered the wrong building. Your adventure is now over. Please try again. Better luck next time." Ha, ha, ha. If you're enjoying my story, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for listening. This is Hippy Sue signing off.